Hello Chattanooga, here's a quick look at today's top stories. First of all, the IRS subjected the Chattanooga Tea Party to unnecessary questioning and significant delays in the group's request for nonprofit status. The federal agency delayed the local Tea Party's request by nearly 4 years. The group was among dozens singled out by the IRS because of their political leanings. Among dozens of questions, the agency requested Facebook screenshots, meeting minutes, and video recordings from the Chattanooga Tea Party. And 3 years after the local group formed, the IRS demanded copies of all handouts, phone calls, emails, and conversations since the Chattanooga Tea Party began. The IRS only admitted targeting Tea Party groups last week. The local Tea Party will meet at 6:30 this evening to discuss the situation. Next up, after a year-long investigation, federal charges will not be filed against 2 former Chattanooga police officers who were fired after an inmate was beaten. U.S. Attorney Bill Killian said, quote, "After a thorough investigation, it has been determined there is no prosecutable offense." Chattanooga Police Chief Bobby Dodd had fired the 2 officers, Cooley and Sean Emmer, but this latest development could help their cases when they appeal to get their jobs back next month. Dodd previously told reporters that the officers' action was, quote, "excessive and abusive. They should have been fired, and in my opinion, they should have been charged." In crime news, a 30-year-old woman who recently moved from Cleveland to Raleigh, North Carolina, was found murdered in her apartment. Melissa Dawn Huggins-Jones was found by her 8-year-old daughter slain and covered in blood. Authorities have not released how the woman died and have not made any arrests in the case. Also, a 24-year-old Chickamauga man's body was found floating in the water face down off Panama City Beach this week. Kevin Lamar New Jr. had been fishing at the time. His wife told authorities he was prone to seizures and was off his medication. An autopsy is pending. Next up, Sale Creek softball coach Clifford Kirk collapsed on the field during the Region 3A high school championship last night. Kirk collapsed along the third baseline during the 7th inning of the game. He was taken to a local hospital. Sale Creek principal Tobin Davidson says he's been told Kirk suffered a heart attack. Wednesday's game was suspended and will be completed at a later date. Pro wrestler and anti-tax activist Glenn Jacobs has challenged Tennessee Lieutenant Governor Ron Ramsey to debate the proposed internet sales tax. Jacobs, better known in the ring as Kane, is from Jefferson City and says that Ramsey falsely claims an online sales tax would not be a new tax. In local government news, Habitat for Humanity Director Donna Williams will lead Chattanooga's Economic and Community Development Department. Mayor Andy Burke tapped Williams for the responsibility on Wednesday. Also, Hamilton County Commissioners voted 7-2 to continue requiring emission testing for vehicle registration in the county. In Georgia news, Governor Nathan Deal has ordered that Bibles be returned to rooms at state parks. Bibles had been removed from lodge and cabin rooms after a complaint from a visitor. The Bibles are not paid for by the state, but donated by outside groups. Also, a movie based on a video game will be filming in Rome, Georgia over the next few days. Need for Speed is being made by DreamWorks and stars Michael Keaton. Filming is scheduled to take place through Sunday. The movie is set for release next spring. Turning to weather, today will be partly sunny with a high near 83 degrees, and there's a 20% chance of thunderstorms after 2 p.m. The low tonight will be around 59. I'm Harrison Keeley. For more on these stories and updates throughout the day, follow us on Facebook and visit timesfreepress.com.